So in this video, we're going to focus on HTML5 form validations. So validations refer to the ability to enforce rules and structure on different parts of a form. So we can say that you cannot leave your email blank, or your password must be greater than 10 characters, or your email must follow a valid email syntax. So these validations are something that we're going to keep learning a lot about. We will do validations with JavaScript. We'll do validations on the back end. Today, we're just going to learn about the simple validations we can do with just plain HTML. So these are not going to be insanely complicated. We can't do anything really custom. So we might want down the line to do a custom validation to make sure that somebody's phone number follows the exact correct format, where we have an area code dash 3 numbers dash 4 numbers. We can't really do that with just HTML. But what we can do is two different things. We can check to make sure that something is not empty, it's required. So I'll show you how to do that to start. I'm going to go back to our form that we left off with. And let's just make sure that username is not empty. So all we have to do is go to input and add the required attribute. And this is a slightly different attribute. We don't have to say required equals true or anything. You can do that. All we do is say required. And just by adding it there, it's called a Boolean attribute. The fact that it's even present means that it's true. It is required. So this makes a pretty immediate impact. If I try and submit this form right now, Chrome is actually going to tell me, please fill out this field. One side note, this actually won't work in every single browser. It's actually up to the browser right now to implement this. But in Chrome, this will work. So it prevents the form from submitting. The page does not refresh. But if I do fill this in, the page now refreshes. It takes me to Wikipedia. Likewise, we can add required to our password field. It works the exact same way. If I leave them both blank, first it's going to yell at me for username. Then it will yell at me for password. Then it will submit the form. So that's one type of validation, which is what we would call a presence validation. It makes sure that something is there, it's required. The other type of validation that we can do is based around data type, or the format of data. So the simplest one is to make sure that an email actually looks like an email, that it actually has the correct format, where we have something at something.com or .some domain. So to do that, it's actually really simple. All that we need to do, so let's change this to be an email rather than username. Type equals email. And just by changing type to be email, and I'll change my placeholder just so it's clear what's happening. I refresh this. First thing that's going to happen when I submit, it's going to tell me, please fill it out. So then let's fill it out. Hello. Now it's going to tell me, please include an @ sign in the email address. Hello is missing an @ sign. So I can add my @ sign. Then it's still going to tell me, please enter a part following that. And let's just do gmail.com. Okay, so now that one passes. Then we still need our password. Now I click submit, and then it finally submits.